Hi everyone, this is Neel, Raithatha, consultant, audiologist and director of ClearWax. Thank you for joining me in another video using the WAXscope and our new teardrop specular. This is a size 2. This is the left ear of the patient whose right ear I uploaded the other day. And similarly, they've got this really dry, crusted, waxed, dead skin. I would say the right ear was more occluding and it came out in a larger plug. This is a bit more crumbly, so it came out in smaller pieces. This is kind of a slither of really crusted dead skin that I'm just trying to suction out the ear. I'm just going to use the forceps to extract this in a moment. I think I'm using a smaller suction tip there. It might be a 17 gauge, so it's not a full power one. And that helps sometimes with dead skin because you get more of a seal with the suction tip because it's got a smaller diameter. You're better able to get a seal, and the better the seal, the more suction you get. So sometimes having a bigger suction tip, although in theory it's more powerful because there's more air being sucked in, depending upon the flow rate of your suction machine. If you've got a low flow rate, it's not going to be that great. But with a larger suction tip, with a larger diameter, there's more of a likelihood that you don't create an airtight seal to generate a vacuum. I've just put some oil in there and I've just gone in with the ear hook straight away and it's almost out. It just got trapped. The entrance is quite bendy and narrow. So I'm going to go back in with the ear hook. And when I got this plug out, I thought, oh, okay, that's all of it. But there was still a lot more deeper in the ear. So this is almost hanging out the ear now. I'm just going to go back in with the hook. And that was a kind of a fair chunk that came out, but as you can see there's still loads more in there. There's some oil from what I put in earlier, which is going to help lubricate the canal walls and help soften the skin adhesions. It will just soften the surface of this wax and dry skin as well to get a better suction grip. And I'm just lifting up and away from the base of the ear canal. I want to separate this. It's quite you have to be this is a patient procedure. When I mean patient, I don't mean the patient themselves. I mean, as an individual performing it, you have to be quite patient because instead of coming away in big chunks, as you can see, it's coming away in slithers and fragments and nuggets of wax, and it kept blocking the suction tip, so it's going in and out of the ear quite a lot. So this is another fair sized boulder, a bit deeper in the ear. Here, I'm just trying to come away slowly with the suction tip. If I come away too quick, I lose that suction power. I lose that vacuum that I've created. So I want to come away slowly to maintain that vacuum that I've generated with the suction tip. Then there's another layer. It's getting darker, as you see. So this is deeper in the ear. It's more oxidized. It's less natural oils and sweats deeper in the ear as well. So the wax becomes a bit drier and darker as a result. And similarly, I think I managed to get a hold of this. And as I was coming away really, really slow. Little wriggle movements help just to maneuver it out of the ear, especially from between the first and second bend. And there is some daylight in the distance, but it's partially obscured by this crusted skin anteriorly, so it's going to remove that. So the eardrum is visible, it's not in focus. Oh, there we are, just getting some of the deeper wax in focus. And now we're going to remove all of this. There's some bits on the eardrum, like their right side, so do stay tuned. There's some really amazing optics here. Not only is it high magnification with the WAXscope, it's high definition as well. Now remember, we are using an iPhone, and iPhone cameras are brilliant. Now if you were to use a medical monitor, you can get it up to 8K. Now we are recording in 4K, it just depends on your viewing screen and whether you're seeing it in 4K, but we have got that capability with the WAXscope. So even with a smartphone device, the cameras are so advanced now. Just thinking back to when we first developed the iClearScope 11 years ago, and that was with the iPod. And back then, because you didn't know any better, the iPod's so great, and it's still very good. There's some people to this day still using the iPod with their iClearScope. You can't use the iPod with the WAXscope. And in theory you can, but with the iPod you won't have the ClearWax app. The app is not available there. So you can see you've got some crusted skin of the posterior canal wall. There's a bit adhered to the eardrum in the inferior recess. I'm just angling up and down. I'm tilting the WAXscope from a higher angle down into that recess. It's hard to get a suction grip here, but I managed to extract it. So I'm having to lift it up and away because some of this is out of sight. It's within the recess. You'll see that in a moment. There we are. Then I am going to put some oil in a moment because the skin posteriorly was strongly attached. It wasn't coming away easily. It's putting up a little bit of fight. And because we're on the eardrum, we would just be a bit careful. So a bit of oil, just loosened it, not too much. And the key bit here is to make sure, because if you just insert the oil in the ear, it won't soak the superior part. So you're having to tilt the patient's ear so it is the oil getting access to that region. Now there's a bit of residual oil in the distance. You can see that. That's trapped in the inferior recess. So I'm going to go in a minute and suction that away. I think I'm doing that now. Just getting it in focus. So it's almost transparent, so it's very hard to tell, but you can see all that's been vacuumed. Now a lot of that would have naturally drained out the ear when the patient took his head, but I'm just going to get that out for the patient. And then just at the entrance, again, some crusted wax skin, just in the outer third of the ear canal. A bit of skin here. We managed to peel all this away. There's a slight hidden ditch as well. So when you enter this patient's ear canal, there's a little step down and it comes back up and it's like a little blind spot there. So again, with the WAXscope, just angled it into, you can see here, and just so we can visualize it. And there's a bit more of a ditch there that's outside at the moment, but I'm going to go a bit deeper with the specular and tilt it further down to get full visualization. And again, these little shards of skin, it was like sand. The edges were quite sharp, like a shard of glass, but it was also really rough, the surface, like sandpaper. And just got all the little remaining bits away. I think there's still some superiorly there. This is probably about a third of the way. I'm just going to mop all of this up for the patient. There's some in the midsection and the pars media region of the ear canal and the superior, anterior superior canal wall. There's also a bit of skin on the near the short process. We just hovered over that, took that away as well, because it was loose. If it was really adhered, I would have probably just left that. But again, with the magnification, we can really get up close and personal with this, and it just came away. There we are. I think there's some remaining skin. You can see just that view, the hammer bone, the eardrum, the texture of the eardrum, all the capillary supplying, blood supply to the manubrium, which is the main segment of the hammer bone that's visible to us, also known as the handle of malleus. And just, again, this is the boundary between the cartilage and the bone, so about a third of the way in. I'm just gliding the suction tip gently against the surface so it comes away, and we can tear away any loose skin as well. It's just a little bit there. I think that comes away as well. There we are. We'll have a fun look at the eardrum. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. Take care, keep well, speak soon. Bye.